Hey everybody, welcome back to the farm on a gorgeous sunny Sunday. Hearing nothing but birds, watching the cereal rye grow. What better situation could you be in? Especially when I get to teach you some good stuff that I came across this last week. Since we have a lot of new people inside the course, inside Core Wellness Institute, I have a great question I'm going to answer from inside the course that can hopefully help you break out of the stress posture that drives you down and curls you in and back into your natural, open, expansive, fulfilling movement and posture that you deserve. So the first thing, let's go to, it was Laurie, Juice, I didn't write it down, but she said, and by the way, she's going to be talking about breathing into the front support zone and back support zone. This is all stuff that I have online for free at gettoyourcore.com in the fundamentals series, but she's actually inside the course. She made the leap and she's asking me some questions and she's getting some individual help. She said, Dr. Steve, I think I'm missing something because I'm working on getting pressure on my in-breath into my front support zone and back support zone. Real quick review of what that means. She's working on, let me get my notebook out of the way. She's working on her baby position of 4.5 months or so. And she's working on breathing into her support. And when that happens, it should create pressure. And that pressure, and the ability to create that pressure and manage that pressure is basically the ability to manage your core. That is your core, the ability to create and manage pressure in your intra-abdominal cavity. It's not all it is, but it's a big piece of it. And so that's the back support zone, here, where your base of your ribs are. And the front support zone, of course, if you're laying on your belly, that's the front support zone here, right? Here. And when you breathe into your front support zone, it creates pressure, and that's what we want. That pressure gives you stability to move through life. So you're not just wobbling around trying to go through life like a jellyfish. You have to have a center so you can make things happen. But she says, it's giving me too much tension in my ribs, low back, and abdominals. And really, that's what we want, is tension. We want that breath to create tension. So that's the first thing, is it's not a problem. There should be some tension. That tension is the pressure that we want, so you can lift heavy things, push open doors, start lawnmowers, all that kind of stuff. The problem people get into a lot of times is they think it's all or nothing. Like it's 100% on or 100% off. It is a continuum. If I'm sitting here and I want to be upright, the intention of being upright is going to bring on a small bit of pressure here. A small bit of pressure is needed. If I don't have intention creating pressure, then I'm going to collapse. Intention creates the 1% to 2% pressure. Now, if I'm getting ready to take a 80-pound kettlebell and put it over my head, you better believe I'm going to elevate this to the max. So that's the idea. The pressure is normal, but it should be barely perceptible to maximally perceptible, if that makes sense. So you're not making a mistake by creating pressure and feeling tension. You should, but back it down a little bit. If you're just sitting and enjoying the sunlight, just the intention of being upright, the intention of finding support and pushing away from it is enough to create that little bit of tension. So that's number one. Don't worry about the tension. It's supposed to be there. You just learn how to manage it and use it on a continuum. The other thing is, she said, as everything flipped around here, and what should happen on the out breath, right? What should happen on the out breath? She's focusing on creating pressure with her breath on the in breath. What should happen? Should I just let it all go on the out breath? No. On the in breath, remember the intention of pushing away from support is what creates the beginning of the pressure to begin with. And then when you breathe into that, it creates a little more pressure for you. And then when you breathe out, you just keep the feeling that the breath created. The breath will create some tension. As you breathe out, you don't just, you keep the intention. As you breathe out, you just allow, you don't allow everything to just deflate. You just keep the intention. Okay? You can actually work on maximum exhalation to get your rib cage to go down to its lowest spot, and then practice then breathing into that. And that's a great way to practice and engage core stability, to be able to breathe behind the brace and breathe, or in martial arts calling it breathing behind the shield. Okay? But the idea is it shouldn't feel stressful if you're just trying to stay upright. All it is simple intention and allowing the breath create pressure. And as you exhale, just keep the pressure that the breath created. Okay, you know what? I think I'm going to leave it at that for this episode, because I don't want to put too much on you at once. If you found this useful and you want to learn more about how to, properly and functionally activate your core stability system, I have a whole course at the Core Wellness Institute, corewellnessinstitute.com, and it's designed to reverse the crossed posture syndrome of unhealthy aging, which is just exactly what I just did. Your body folds down when you don't have the intention of going the other direction. If you don't have an intention, the opposite of degeneration, if you don't have the intention of regeneration, you're going to fall to degeneration. And that's what this farm is all about. It's about regeneration. We're taking a cropland that's been in corn and beans for 50 plus years, and we're doing some diversity. We're planting new things. We're regenerating the soil. We're going to build a system that creates a drawdown of carbon from the atmosphere, which is what other people should be doing as well. If you're farming out there, please consider cover crops. Keep some living roots in the ground. Don't disturb the soil too much. We'll be talking more about that. But it's regeneration, not degeneration, and it's all about intention. So, if you want to learn more about that, it's Reverse CPS Now, Crossed Posture Syndrome. ReverseCPSNow.com is where you can learn about how to enroll in CWI, and I hope that you do. And if not, bless you. Thank you for coming to the farm. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. It's 4 o'clock, so it's like maybe
not much, but
yeah.
I
Something.
mean, they say about a gallon a day, but I got 2 lines.
What kind of maple is this? Silver?
Maple.
Huh? Maple?
Sugar maple.
Sugar maple.
Here's how I determine what sugar maples are. So you see how this bark is like really long? There's usually like one side, and I find it's more, well, not always on the north side, but there's these long layers of bark that go up the tree, which you could see. It helps identify it as a sugar maple compared to...
Huh. Yeah, where the bark kind of flares out and there's a big long line of it.
Yeah, and the other maples, which are either Norway or red, they look similar, but the bark isn't as distinct.
Gotcha. Right. Infrastructure between the properties.